Hey guys, I can't believe I'm finally getting to try Dose of Colors eyeshadow formula. I've wondered about this for years and I bought the Pretty Cool palette, which is a palette full of matte taupes. And yes, my expectations for this are very high because I've heard so many things, so many positive things about the formula in here. So this is what it looks like. So it's all different shades of taupe, basically. And so that is what we're going to be playing with today. It looks like it comes with a brush. The brush looks quite small, so that would be probably good for like detailing. So, because I have never used this before, I think it might be a good idea to do some swatches so I can get an idea of how these different shades would look on my skin. So why don't we do that? Wow, I'm really glad that I did that, you guys, because these swatch so much darker than what it looks like in the pan. Starting with the top swatch, that is the lightest color. So going left to right, looking at the pan, those are the swatches. So wow, yeah, they are much darker than they appear in the pan. So I need to definitely keep that in mind when I decide how I'm going to use these. Wow, I can't get over that. That is amazing. So these are way, way more pigmented than they appear in the pan. All right, if that is the case, let me get this off my arm so that I don't make a big mess everywhere, and I'll be right back. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the fact that it was much darker, I'm just going to go in with this very small fluffy brush. And I'm going to start with the lightest shade because even the lightest shade is darker than what you would think it would be. And I can see that when I put some on my brush. So let's put that in the crease. Wow, I can't get over that. Now, I wonder why that is. Oh, it's going to be one of those eyeshadow palettes that the surface is lighter and then when you go down into it, the shade becomes darker. Aha, okay. Oh, that's a really good shade for me. Yeah, I was kind of torn. I didn't know whether I should get this or one of the Baked Browns palettes. Um, but taupes look much better with my skin tone. And I thought, a whole palette full of matte taupes would be so handy to have to work in conjunction with other palettes. Because taupe is not a shade that you really see all that much in other palettes. So I thought this might be a great palette to have to mix and match. But today I'm just going to do a look just using this palette. I probably will pull in a highlight shade though, just to do like my brow bone and inner corner, because the lightest shade in this palette will not work for that. So I'm just building this up slowly, and I think this is going to be just fine for like a transition shade. That is really pretty though, especially for a neutral, because I'm not really a neutrals kind of person, but I want to try to make my collection as diverse as possible so that no matter what I want to do for different colors and types of looks, I have something I can pull from. All right, what if we just put that brush aside now and switch to a different brush? Now this is the same type of brush. It's a small fluffy brush. And next, I think I'm going to try this shade right here in the middle. I'm going to pick some of that up and try to get like more right in the crease. So I'm going to leave that transition color where it is and go right into the actual crease so that you've got that other color just peeking out. Just going to tap my brush in there a little bit. All right, now I'm going to switch to this brush, which I wouldn't normally use this to do lid work, but I want to apply and blend at the same time. And I'm going to go into that very grayish color, and I'm going to put that on my lids. Yeah, I want to try as many of these as possible, so I pretty much just skipped over the second one, but I will have used every single other shade in the palette by the time I'm done. Yeah, matte neutrals can be pretty. So essentially what we're doing today is a smoky eye for sure. All right, now I'm going to tap my brush one more time into this and just go into the outer part of the look here. And they seem to be blending with each other okay, because, you know, sometimes eyeshadows don't necessarily, that's how you can pretty much judge the quality of an eyeshadow, is are they going to blend well together, and that did. All right, I'm going to set that brush aside now, and I'm going to go into this pencil brush, and we are going to go into that darkest shade there. So I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of that. Oh man, that's pigmented. All right, tap off my brush if I can. You know, that might even be like too much. That's super dark. Okay, I'm going to try to get as close to the lash line as possible there. And just dab that. Like normally I would go like under my lashes, but I'm going to go right on my lashes because where this is such a dark shade, I don't want to drag it down too far. Perfect. All right. Okay. Now let's go right in that corner there so we don't have any line of separation. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the brush I started with and go into the lightest shade. I'm going to tap off my brush, and I just want to go right at the very top of my transition, just to make sure I didn't lose that last shade when I was blending out that other color. Yes. Okay. Now, for a highlight, I pulled out my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette in Catwalk Pink. And I think I want to do the light pink shade because um, pink and taupe can look very pretty together. And I'm going to take a shader brush so I can get very precise. And I'm going to dust that right along the brow bone and inner corner. Like so. All right. Okay, I'm going to play catch up now, do the other eye off camera, and I will be back. Okay, now I think what would look really pretty is if we took my L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner in the shade Bright Nude, and if we put that on the waterline instead of going like a really dark eyeliner. Where we drag that super dark color along the lower lash line. This will give it some contrast and it'll open up my eyes a little bit more and make it brighter. All right, I'm going to curl my lashes and pop on some mascara and be right back. Okay, mascara is on. If you have cool toned skin, you might just need this palette. I mean, this is so nice to have in your collection. And of course, if you have like a shimmery taupe shade, you could just put that all over the lids or even maybe just put it in the center. I don't even know if I have a shimmery taupe in my collection. I'm trying to fill in the gaps right now with things that I don't currently have. And I'm going to be doing a video about that very soon. Matter of fact, I already filmed it. I just was waiting for the right time to post it. But since I'm talking about this now, yeah. I've been taking a look at my collection and trying to figure out what I don't have and what I need to be able to do the variety of looks that I would like to be able to do. So this was something that I feel was a really good addition. Now, if you don't have cool tone skin, but you want something that would be more flattering, take a look at the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palettes. There are two. There's Baked Browns 1, Baked Browns 2. So they have a variety of tones and depths of color. Just take a look at the palette that's more suitable for your skin tone and your depth of color to your skin. And you will find that one of those will most likely suit you as well. But if you have cool toned skin, you can work with this. I mean, I have very light skin and I was able to make this work. But if you have a deeper skin tone and your skin is cool, you'd really be able to take advantage of how pigmented these are and how deep they are. Because yeah, the deeper you dig into these, the darker I feel like it's getting. But I'm very happy with the way the look turned out. I'm very impressed with the formula and the way they blended with each other and layered and whatnot. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.